Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat. Now, I promised you guys an update on the whole job interview in the last video that I did. I'm out here in Huntsville, Utah, in the Ogden Valley. Beautiful, beautiful place. That's Pine View Reservoir behind me somewhere. I've gone quite a few times over the last little bit. Yeah, I heard back from the people I interviewed with, and, well, it wasn't what I was hoping for. Well, I hope that you're caffeinated, or and maybe not too caffeinated. That kind of makes you jittery, right? Yeah, I got an email about 4:30 in the morning, all of last night, because the guy told me that I would hear back from them, and that it shouldn't be a problem. We would hear from them, and there'd be like training in 2 weeks. So, of course, I'm checking it to see, if anything's going to happen. When nothing came through, I figured, they're not going to say anything. No, at 4:30 in the morning, apparently I got an email from them saying, it was just like an auto-generated, generic, rejection letter. It didn't give any reason why. It just said blah, blah, blah. Which, of course, that's kind of what I would expect. Now, I'm left in two places. Somebody commented on one of the videos that, there's a lot of companies that are saying that they're hiring to keep the people that are working there kind of from going crazy. And then there's, they're not actually hiring. They're just getting a list of people so that when people do quit that they have now after they get overworked, then, well, they'll bring the other people on that they have on their list of people that they can bring on. I don't know if it's that. That's one possibility. Another one is that, maybe I'm just overqualified. I'd like to... I'm overqualified, that's why. And they're afraid I'll just quit and get a better job instead of staying on. Oh, come on, guys. I'm looking for a job here. I'm not looking to quit anytime soon. Yeah, I've got to have income, right? A lot of people are in the same boat. It's a real struggle. What am I supposed to do? I wish that I could go around and just do filmmaking stuff and that would actually pay, but it's hard to do that. You have to be really, really good for one. Well, okay, you don't always have to be really, really good, but people have to want to watch you. And, as awesome as I feel like I am, it doesn't translate necessarily into everybody out there on the internet thinking that I'm really fun to watch or something like that. Maybe someday, maybe I can learn the secrets of the algorithm and I can force it down everybody's throat. But probably not going to happen. I don't know. Everybody that talks about the algorithm, what do they say? Oh, make a video every single day. Well, I guess I could try that. I'm kind of doing that now. I've got this, but it's not because of that. Or maybe it is. We'll see. Maybe that's an experiment. I don't know. It's pretty frustrating when you need employment and you look at something and you think it's a sure bet and then it turns out to be nothing at all. We'll see. I've seen a lot of places hiring. Some of them are better than others. I guess I'll just keep looking. I just talked to Southern Boy Prepper on the phone this morning. He was giving me his well wishes and checking in on us to make sure that we're all right. Yeah, I'm all right. It's not quite the same as it has been in the past, when things were doing really, really well prior to COVID. But, I'm doing all right. It's pretty hard to get me down. I tend to be optimistic in the worst of situations. There's always a way through. There's got to be, right? As long as you're still alive, you can keep going. And that's kind of the way that I look at it. I'll just find something else, I guess. I don't know if I believe in fate. Maybe I do a little bit. Maybe it's just not meant to be that one. Maybe I'm just meant to do something different. I'd like to think so. I guess we'll see where it goes. But, yeah. It wasn't very fun to see that email come in, but I had already decided that was the way it was going to go when I didn't hear from them last night, so too bad, but we move on to the next thing, which in this case is your comments. I've got one right here from Mutant Riff. I hear the real estate market in China is collapsing. I wonder if that could spiral the world into a depression. I've been looking for a job, but it seems much more difficult than it should be. I've had a couple interviews, but it seems like they're just going through the motions to keep their existing staff under the impression that they are trying to get more help. but really just wanting to keep a list of possible hires in case exiting staff leaves, or existing staff. Yeah, that's the comment I was talking about. Thanks, Mutant Riff. Yes, the real estate market in China is in fact collapsing. That is not misinformation. I heard from my mother-in-law just the other day about how, wow, with the prices coming down on houses in China, you guys can come back and buy a house to live in. And I'm like, yeah, I'd really love to do that, but I'm going to have to, get us in a better way before I can do that. So, yeah, it is. And I have encountered that now. I've done a couple of interviews. And the first one I went to, the guy literally, he didn't even ask me my name, which was, I've never been to an interview like that. It looked like he didn't even care. I saw him interview somebody else the same way. I had thought that maybe he'd already chosen a candidate, and he was just kind of like, I have these scheduled, so I'm going to have to do them. But yeah, you may be right. It may be something along those lines where they're just getting a list of people that they can have on file to call up if people quit, and to make it so that the people that are on feel some sense of relief, like they're trying to do something, even though they're not really trying to do something. But great comment. I've got another one here, this time from Nunya, Texas on the back 20. Good luck, Jay. Hey, I appreciate the good luck and good wishes. I was a little bit disappointed that it didn't work out this time, but like I said, I'm looking at it as maybe that's just not the right way to go. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. And I'll find something else, and we'll do something better. Thanks for the comment. And here's one from an old friend, Scottish content creators. Good luck, Jay. You should make a film of your escape from China. I know I've said this to you several times, but for me, following you and Rain and Charlie trying to escape the COVID chaos and get back to the USA was one of the most interesting and engaging set of videos I've ever watched. Don't be the view numbers on here. Most of them are fake nonsense. Yeah, you're right. I absolutely should. I can go back and I can get some of the footage, and I could probably make it into a sort of a documentary of what I went through. Of course, Google and the rest, they really didn't like those videos. I think that, well, yeah. But it would be a very interesting one. I think I'm going to do that. Actually, when I saw this comment, I really thought about that. I think that I probably should do that, and I think I will. So good comment. Always glad to hear from old friends. Here's another one from Peter Ehinger. Hi, Jay. Everyone is going through something. Hope for the better days soon. Tell me about it. If it's not the economy collapsing, it's people talking about World War III or the crazy election that we're going through. Yeah, these are interesting times. I've heard that that's something that you'd wish on your enemies, sort of a Chinese thing, may you live in interesting times. Or is it the other way? May you not live in interesting times? Well, somehow we're living in the interesting times here. And, well, life is just crazy. The economy is not where we'd like it to be. Jobs aren't where we'd like it to be. The country is not where we'd like it to be. Whatever side of the political aisle you happen to be on, I think you can agree on that things are not where they should be. I was remarking on this just the other day with my parents, saying, it's amazing to look at it. You always think that, the next generation, from generation to generation, we try to make things better for the people that come after us. And this might be the first time in quite a few generations now where it's not. Life is harder than it ever was. And that's unfortunate, but hopefully we can get through that, and we'll come out of this at some point, and things will be better than ever. I don't know. We might have to go through some hard times first. But you're not alone if you're going through the hard times. Just stick with it, and eventually we'll get out on the other side, I think. I know we will. And again, speaking of old friends, Southern Boy Prepper, we wish you the best, Jay. You are correct that everyone has their own problems to deal with. I know we have been. Keep on moving forward, bro. I'll call you soon. And as I said, I talked to him just this morning as we were coming out here to talk about, or to record some things out here in this Ogden Valley, which is a beautiful place. It kind of reminds me a little bit of where I was in France, over in the French Alps for my son's skiing stuff. Beautiful place. It's not quite the same, I know, but it's beautiful in its own way. It's different. It's not that it's less than. It's beautiful. And the place is surrounded by ski resorts, so that's kind of what keeps the place going. Just a little bit ago, I was recording in Huntsville here. They have the oldest continuously operating tavern or bar, I guess, west of the Mississippi, which was interesting. I had no idea. Being Utah, this is a place where people typically don't... what am I saying? Yeah, there's a large portion of the population that does not consume alcohol, so that was kind of interesting. I guess somebody out here is, but I'll have to make it a point to go in there sometime just to see what it's like. The oldest continuously operating tavern or bar west of the Mississippi. Now, I know there were other comments. It says that there were more comments, but those are the only ones that show up. So if you left a comment and I didn't get to it, hey, I'm sorry. It's not because I overlooked it or I chose not to. It just, some of them for some reason are not showing up. It says they are there, but there's nothing to see. So yeah, keep leaving your comments. Keep hopefully watching the videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy hearing these talks from me here. I enjoy having the little conversations. Even though your face takes the form of a camera, I know you're all out there, and I appreciate the time. So hopefully you do too. And with that, I better leave it and get on my way. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we'll have some better news about economic things and jobs and whatnot. But if not, it'll be all right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
ไฟพะวงหลงเฝ้าสาวเจ้าบางประกงทางห้วยงงหลงเกอหาโอเวรกรรมจำพราก